Hi everyone, thank you for watching, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I got this Valentine's Day look. So if you're interested in this video, please keep watching. Okay, so to kick off our Valentine's Day look, we're going to prep the skin starting with the vitamin C serum. This is really good for hyperpigmentation, any dullness in the skin. It just helps brighten up the skin and helps with any dark spots. So next we're gonna add skin prep to our skin. This is gonna make our makeup last really long. It's also going to make sure that everything has a nice even smooth base. It's silicone free, which is really nice. And it'll just make sure that we have a really good foundation for the rest of our makeup. Okay, so now that we have our skin prepped correctly, we're going to go ahead and even out the complexion with our DUET Perfecting Concealer. And a tip that I like to do with my sponge is I actually love to wet my sponge before I use it. I feel like it helps manipulate the makeup a little bit better and blend out a little bit easier. So now that we have our complexion all even out, we're gonna go ahead with the eyebrow definer in taupe. We're gonna go ahead and do our eyebrows. Don't forget to brush up the hairs after you're done filling in the brows, so it gives you a little bit more of a natural look. Okay, so now that we have our brows done, we're gonna go ahead and start adding some color back into the face with Solaire bronzing powder. We're gonna follow the natural shadows of our face. So we actually got rid of all the natural shadows by correcting it with that DUET Perfecting Concealer. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go, see how that shadow already is there underneath my cheekbone? We're just gonna add the bronzer right under the cheekbone. And what this does, it just warms up the face. And it'll actually just sculpt our face a little bit because it's actually bringing out our natural cheekbones and our natural shadows. So we're just going off of what we naturally have and just accentuating it a little bit more and bringing it back actually, because we got rid of those shadows because we corrected the face with that DUET Perfecting Concealer. Now that we added some dimension into the face, we're going to actually do a little bit of a highlight using the STELLA Loose Eyeshadow Powder. This is such a pretty powder. I'm using the shade Seashell Pink, and it's so pigmented. It's really beautiful. It's just beautiful for a highlight on the top of the cheekbones. It's great for the eyes. I use it as a highlight for all over. And then we're gonna actually just take this and put it right on top of where we contoured. So right on top of the cheekbones for a really pretty glow to the skin. A little bit down the center of the nose. And we're gonna take our air blender brush and we're gonna blend it out a little bit. I feel like for a Valentine's Day look, I feel like it's such a necessity to do a little bit of a highlight. I feel like it's a little bit more of a done up look. And it just gives you a little bit more of a glow to the skin. Blending is key here. Blending is so important in makeup. You can do all the right colors and place it in all the right places, but if it's not blended, this air blender brush is going to be your best friend, because if it's not blended, it's gonna look very harsh, and there's gonna be harsh lines and edges, and we don't want that in makeup. We want it to be more of like a natural kind of look. So the air blender brush does a really good job of blending everything out and making it all seamless. Okay, so the fun part, we're gonna add some color to the face. So we're gonna do the ALTO Radiant Blush in the shade Passion Pink. And I feel like this is such a romantic, pretty color. It's good for every day, it's good for date night. It's super versatile. And you just wanna add it right on top of the apples of the cheekbones. What I like to do is actually smile a little bit in the mirror. So when I smile, my apples kind of pop out a little bit. So go ahead and smile a little bit and just apply it right on top of the cheekbones. And don't worry, we're gonna blend it out with our air blending brush. We're just kind of placing this shade right now. Such a pretty shade. And then what I like to do is blend it again. Such a soft, pretty pink. You can also add a little bit on the nose for a little bit more color. That's also super trendy again, to add a little blush to the nose. A little bit on the forehead. And then again, just blend it out with your air blender brush. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and start with the eyes. We're gonna use the Sweet eyeshadow palette in Sweet Ballet. I feel like these colors are so pretty for Valentine's Day. Start with this one. I'm going to put this all over the eyelid. Okay, so next I'm actually gonna brighten it up a little bit more with the STELLA loose powder that we used before to highlight our face. And we're gonna go in with that Seashell pink right in the center of the eyes. And this is just gonna make the eyes pop a little bit more. Okay, so next we're gonna go in with the center shade, and we're gonna add some definition in the crease of our eyes. Okay, so next we're gonna go in with this darkest shade, and what we're gonna do is place it in our outer V and right underneath the eyes. And what this does, it helps with the eye shape. It gives your eyes a little bit of a lift. So I love to add the darkest shade last, just in this outer V area. And this is perfect to amp it up. So right now what we had on is just like a daytime look, but for date night at home, we want to spice it up a little bit and add a little bit more of a definition to the eye, have it be a little bit more dramatic. So we're gonna go right into that outer V, and we're gonna go back in and blend this out. But right now what we're doing is we're just placing it there. If you have any fallout, take your air blender brush and just wipe it off, and it comes right off. Okay, so next we're gonna amp up our date night look at home with our FORTE high definition eyeliner, and we're gonna do a little bit more of a definition on the outer corners of our eyes. So we're just extending it a little bit into a wing, just to kind of help with the eyeshadow look that we went for. We're also going to tight line a little bit underneath the eyelashes. And when I do eyeliner, I always like to use my pinky as a little anchor. So what this does, it actually just makes it a lot easier to control the liner. So using your pinky actually is really good for an anchor to make you a lot more steady, and you're able to achieve any liner look because you have that stability and you feel a little bit more secure and comfortable, and it's easier to do a little bit more of a steadier line. What I love about doing a wing with a pencil is it gives you like a little bit of a softer look. I'm actually going to go back in with the darker shade and define right where we put that wing. Then going back to the shimmer shade in the front with the little brush that it comes with, which I'm obsessed with. It's such a good brush. You just want to take a little bit of it and actually add it right in the tear duct for a little bit of a highlight. Okay, so I just applied lashes off camera. Totally not necessary for this look, but I figured date night at home, you can apply lashes to this look if you want. If not, just go ahead with the Nocturne Mascara to finish the eye look. Okay, so to finish our date night look at home, we're gonna actually go in with two different ARIA Pure lipsticks, and we're gonna create a little bit of an ombre lip, which I love to do. So we're gonna go in with the colors Passion Plum and Pinkbelle. So Pinkbelle is just that really pretty pinky kind of neutral shade, and then Passion Plum, we're going to use more of a definition. On the outside it's a little bit of a deeper shade, so this is going to go really nice with that Sweet Ballet palette that we use and really tie in the colors that we use in the eyes and kind of finish the look. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to go in with the Passion Plum around the outside of the lips. Okay, so now that we defined our lips with the Passion Plum, we're gonna go ahead with Pinkbelle and then place that right in the center of the lips. And what this is gonna do is just create a little bit of a definition and a little bit of an ombre lip. So the key to this is actually to blend both colors together to make sure that there's no harsh lines or edges, and that it's all seamless. And these lipsticks are so hydrating. They're perfect for the winter time. I feel like my lips have been so dehydrated lately, and I feel like I get such pretty color payoff with this, but I get a treatment in it as well, which is literally all in one. So what more can you ask for in a clean lipstick? We're gonna actually go in with that darker shade Passion Plum, and we're gonna define a little bit more around the edges of the lips. Okay, so lastly we're gonna go in with the ENCORE Fine Press Powder. This is really good to just add a little bit more of a coverage to the face, and it actually does a really good job of setting the makeup too. And we're just putting this all over, avoiding the blush and highlight and bronzer area. Put in a little bit in the forehead. Sometimes a lot of people get more oily on the forehead, so what you want to do is use a dabbing motion with that powder, and that'll give you some great coverage. And this air blender brush is so good, it just blends it for you. So this look is for a date night at home. Even if you're not going anywhere, you can still do this look. It's fun to play around with color and to play around with makeup. So even if you're not doing anything for this Valentine's Day or Galentine's Day, try out this look.